The first fountain pen was manufactured in Dačice at the beginning of the 1940s. The construction of the present manufacturing premises started in 1948. The company had 140 employees at the time. A huge amount of the manufacturing was originally done by hand. A new manufacturing program, the production of markers, was started in Dačice in 1967. The individual parts were first purchased from abroad, later being gradually replaced by parts manufactured by the Dačice plant. In the 1970s, Centropen was the sole manufacturer of markers in Eastern Europe. The new halls of the press shop, dye house, tip shop and warehouses were built in the late 1970s, early 1980s, when the premises in use at that time were no longer sufficient. For the entire history of the company, a considerable amount of effort has been dedicated to internal development and subsequently to perfecting the quality of the writing products. Centropen is the only manufacturer producing markers in the Czech Republic. Annual production reaches 260 million units, 30% of which is destined for the Czech and Slovak markets. The rest of our output is exported to more than 40 countries worldwide. New products are always designed with emphasis on the correct way of holding them and on writing ergonomics. Our marketing department works with many renowned experts in this area. An additional option is the custom designing of markers. The entire development process is done in-house. For this purpose, we have a modern design engineering office equipped with high-performance computers and 3D modelling programs. Research and development takes place in a laboratory where both the writing properties of future markers and resistance of the individual parts to mechanical damage and extreme temperatures are tested. Our experts continuously improve the quality of the markers to the benefit of our customers, while preserving the product's compliance to all relevant health and safety regulations. All our products are fully tested in a state-certified testing laboratory. Besides our own research and development, our design engineers also develop the respective plastics injection moulds. We also make our own moulds using state-of-the-art technology. Simple activities are performed by the CNC program. The machine selects the correct tools itself, and the operator just has to create a program according to the drawing documentation supplied, with the rest being done by the machine. Finished parts are made to a precision of 0.05 millimeters. For more complex machining, the 5-axis CNC machining center Spinner 1020 is used, enabling parts to be made in 3D shapes. More complex shapes are made on a die sinking machine. This is state-of-the-art technology which can make the respective part with a precision of 0.001 millimeters. The machine works on the basis of an electrical discharge between an electrode and the conductive machined material. After the part is made, the correct dimensions are checked using the 3D manual coordinate gauge Mitutoyo Krista Plus M. This measures 3D shapes of the most complex parts using a contact probe with a precision of 0.001 millimeters. The manufacturing process starts with the pressing of plastic parts. We use presses from two renowned manufacturers, the Austrian company Engel for simpler moulds which do not need bar guidance, and Arberg presses are used for the more complex moulds. Aimed at rationalizing costs, all the press heaters were insulated with special covers and fully automatic manipulators, able to remove the inflow immediately after the mould opens. These were gradually installed on all machines. Dual colour parts are manufactured on the Engel 2 input press. Some polystyrene and polycarbonate is used, but the main raw material is polypropylene, 10 tons of which can be processed daily. Material consumption can be reduced thanks to a regranulation line which can reprocess waste from previous production and prepare new granulate. Inks are prepared in the dye house, which is divided into 2 sections, water and alcohol. Most of our inks are formulated and produced in-house and are prepared using sophisticated equipment consisting of 2 glass canopies and various stirrers, coupled with our long-term experience and knowledge of ink production. Extensive product information can be supplied by printing it onto the barrel of the pen using ultraviolet ink. The barrel passes through a flame to activate it, followed by a conventional screen printing process, with the printing ink being introduced through a template with a spatula. In order to make an ideal transfer, the precision and sharpness of the spatula edge must be ensured. Finally, the ink is hardened as the printed barrel passes through an ultraviolet tunnel. The printing templates are also made in-house from a polyester textile which is stretched on a pneumatic stretching frame. In order to make some types of children's roller markers, highlighters, etc., more attractive thermotransfer printing technology is used. The required graphic artwork is printed on a polyethylene foil carrier. The artwork is transferred onto the barrel using heat and pressure. The fibre tips are made in 4 stages. Firstly, a fibrous strand is formed. The individual polyester fibres are taken from coils precisely located on a creel. The fibres are coupled and tightened whilst passing through a winding machine. In the next stage, the strand is impregnated with a special resin and then hardened in furnaces at temperatures as high as 300 degrees Celsius. At this time, it is calibrated to the required size and quality. Environmentally friendly production is emphasized in all operations. The released acetone is immediately combusted in compliance with all environmental standards. In the third operation, the strand is ground on milling machines to the required size to an accuracy of 0.1 mm. The resulting dust from the grinding operation is disposed of in an environmentally friendly way. The final stage is to cut the strand to the required length and to grind it to the correct shape. The grinding operation can be done underwater or as a dry operation. The finished tips are then cleaned, washed, sorted and inspected. Centropen is the only manufacturer of fibre tips in Europe. The ink filters are made on a sophisticated custom-made line which integrates all the technological operations into one unit. An endless polyester strand is stretched and then loosened between barrels. After subsequent shrinkage, the required volume and structure is created. Having been coated in polypropylene in the extruder, the strand is quickly cooled and then cut to the required length. The machine operator checks the filters, which are then automatically packed in plastic boxes. The assembly process is fully automatic. The operator feeds all components into the respective containers and then simply supervises the operation. The machine first takes the barrel, checking the correct direction. Then the tip holder, tip, ink reservoir into which the ink is injected, plug, which is welded for safety reasons, and finally the cap are gradually added. Specially modified machines are used for some atypical shapes. The markers are packed in several types of packages dependent on the product. One option is a paper box. In this case, everything runs automatically, with the machine folding and gluing the box itself. Another option is automatic packing in cases. To date, this system has mainly been used for colour markers for kids. The third option is polypropylene blister cards, supplied mainly to chain stores at present. This packaging method is a little more complicated, but more convenient for the customer. The most recent packaging method involves shaped caskets. These are used as a sales aid for 3 and 4 colour sets, mainly for office products. One way of saving time and money is through the integration of printing, assembly and packaging into a single machine. This new modern line can completely make and pack 3,500 markers per hour. Due to advanced production engineering, time is saved by removing the unnecessary movement of component parts around the factory. A large storage capacity is necessary due to the large volume of shipments.